I'm here in the most singular city in the world, Venice, Italy. A city whose streets have been replaced by waterways. And you may wonder how this place actually came into being. Well, according to the Venetians, the foundation of their city took place on March 25th of the year 421 after Christ. That is 11 years after the sack of Rome and 65 years before the last Roman emperor would fall. In fact, in the 6th century, Venice fell under the dominion of the Byzantine Emperor Justinian, and up until the 8th century would remain so. But then there was a falling out, and so the Venetians decided to elect their own ruler, whom they called the Doge, which is Venetian dialect for duke. And in fact, that Doge would continue to rule Venice for the next 1,000 years and through 117 successors, creating the longest-lasting republic in the history of the West. And just how exactly do you build on a bunch of marshy islands out in the middle of a lagoon? Well, the Venetians realized thousands of years ago that if you drive wooden piles into the oxygen-free clay that made up these islands, you could actually create enough of a surface to eventually lay stone foundations and erect buildings on top of those. And so, in fact, for as much of Venice as you see, there is just as much under the ground that you can't see. The greatest irony, of course, in Venice is the water everywhere, but not a drop to drink reality. In other words, these canals are filled with salt water. So to resolve this problem, the Venetians came up with an ingenious solution to build these large piazzas, which would actually serve to collect rainwater, which was dropped into cisterns and then collectible in a well, like you see here behind me. And in fact, I'm standing in one of the more celebrated piazzas in Venice, the Piazza San Barnaba, if you may recognize, because it was immortalized in a modern movie called Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. And while all of this may sound like stuff of the remote past, the 50,000 or so Venetians who continue to call this island their home go about their daily business like they have for centuries, commuting to work on boats and buying their produce and their vegetables from floating stores like the one that you see behind me. So for them, it might seem like routine, but to the rest of the world, Venice is simply magic.